Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, welcome aboard. Welcome back. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, of which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. Oh, yeah. So tonight is Tuesday, October 8th. This is episode 378 of The Daily Dope. So this is a live show. This is a very, very casual show. It is not rocket surgery. It is not brain science either. So do want to point out there is chat. It is available if you are watching live on YouTube. In fact, a few folks are already popping into chat. I'll say hi to them in just a moment. But do want to mention, chat is not on screen, unlike a lot of live streams out there, simply to keep some of the stranger commenters at bay. But I do pay attention to chat. So if you'd like to say hello, or if you have a question, comment, suggestion, what have you, by all means, chime in and I will respond. So we've got William McGinnis is here, the Madman, John Vogel, and Xsolera X1 are all hanging out in chat already. So I do want to mention, if you like the video, please give it a quick thumbs up. If you check out some of the videos on the Gaming Gang channel and you like them, by all means, please subscribe. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only notify you when a stream goes live within a minute or two, it'll also tell you when I upload a standalone video, a new video. And I got some coming. I got some on the way. So looking forward to them as well. So, and of course, be sure to tell a friend or tell two friends, maybe. And of course, when you are not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Also want to point out, in case you've never noticed, the news pieces that are on the Daily Dope end up as news pieces on the Gaming Gang website. So there's links and everything too for exactly what I'm sharing, as opposed to just simply, a link to the company when I'm sharing some images of the news items. So without further ado, let's jump on into the news, because I've got a good variety tonight. First off, the Plastic Soldier Company is releasing a 20-minute war game later on this month, and I've got the dope on Blitzkrieg. Recreate World War II in 20 minutes. The perfect war game for non-war gamers, Blitzkrieg allows two players to battle across the war's most iconic theaters, winning key campaigns and building military might. Players draw army tokens from a bag to determine their starting forces and to replenish their losses. Rather than fighting battles with dice or cards, players allocate their military resources to each theater's campaigns, winning victory points, further resources, special weapons, and strategic advantages as they play. Refight World War II several times in one evening. It also includes a solitaire mode as well. Blitzkrieg is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, plays in around 20 minutes. It's going to carry an MSRP of $35 when it arrives on October 30th. So I thought I'll share this news piece, and then there are a few things that just are red flags to me as a wargamer, as someone who enjoys conflict simulations. First off, if we look at the box cover, it's called Blitzkrieg, and that is an American soldier on the cover of the box. Okay, so right there, and what kind of throws me off a little bit too is this game is being released by the Plastic Soldier Company, or PSC, I think is what they abbreviate it to. There's no information on their website about it. It's supposed to be out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, really. So I don't know. And then you're just pulling tokens out of a bag and assigning them to, allocating them to locations. Plus, I want to point out very few images of the game as well. Very few images that are actually from the publisher. There were a few pictures of some prototype versions of this game, but I don't share other people's photos, so I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, having an American soldier on the cover of a box of a game that's called Blitzkrieg just rubs me a little wrong. It's almost like, we're not taking the history seriously. Plus, they even say it's a war game for non-war gamers. So right there, I don't know, but I thought I'd share the news anyway. All right, next up, Wizards of the Coast is going to be releasing a very special My Little Pony Friendship is Magic card set for Magic the Gathering. And it's to support Extra Life. I've got the dope. Wizards of the Coast is once again raising funds for Extra Life, benefiting Seattle Children's Hospital, and you can help. This year, our goal is to raise more than ever before through a dedicated product, a creator campaign, Extra Life streams, and auctions for uncut sheets. Join us and help support children in need. We've got Ponies the Galloping. I almost said gathering. It's galloping. Introducing Ponies the Galloping, 3 silver bordered magic cards, 1 double-sided, featuring some of our favorite My Little Pony characters. The Ponies the Galloping card set will be sold out on HasbroPulse.com October 22nd through November 5th. It will cost $50. Wizards of the Coast will donate $30 of each of those purchases to Extra Life, benefiting Seattle Children's Hospital, for each copy of Ponies the Galloping trading card sets that it sells. There's also the Ponies the Galloping playmats. Now, friendship really is magic with our limited edition My Little Pony Magic the Gathering playmat bundle by Ultra Pro. Enchant your friends, rivals, and opponents with this playmat set featuring Princess Luna, Rarity, and Twilight Sparkle. Ready to bring on the night? Flip the Princess Luna double-sided playmat to reveal the mare in the moon herself, Nightmare Moon. The bundle includes 3 playmats, 2 single-sided playmats, and that one aforementioned double-sided playmat. It protects your gaming cards during gameplay, and it's great for use with tabletop and computer workstations, and works with most types of mouse devices as well. They will be approximately 24 inches tall and 13.5 inches wide. Would that be the other way around? I think that's the other way around, isn't it? I think it's wide by tall. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're... Yeah, I guess not. I think they're the cards. They're made with non-slip rubber backing that prevents movement during use. The Ponies the Galloping playmat set will be sold once again on HasbroPulse.com October 22nd through November 5th, and will cost $100 for the set of 3. Wizards of the Coast will donate $80 of that sale to Extra Life, which once again is benefiting Seattle Children's Hospital. So pretty sweet, pretty cool. I'm surprised Dan from No Enemies Here isn't hanging out, because word on the street is he's a big brony. I'm joking. I highly doubt that. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, these are not magic cards that you're ever going to actually use in a deck, but as a cool collectible. And I have to say, out of those playmats, which I am sharing an image of them, and it is wider than it is high. So I don't know why they were saying giving a larger dimension high as opposed to wide. But I think that's a pretty cool deal too. You get 3 mats, and $80 of that $100 is getting donated to Extra Life. So one thing I also want to mention, I did see that ICV2 shared this news piece as well. And just to kind of give you an idea, you know what? ICV2 is like, they're fine, whatever. But I know for a fact that a lot of companies out there are not fans of them because they rewrite their sell sheet info that they send them, and they don't like that. So good old ICV2 was sitting there saying that Extra Life is a charity that only benefits the Seattle Children's Hospital, and that is absolutely incorrect. This goes to show you that ICV2 doesn't do any charity stuff with Extra Life, because they would know better, wouldn't they? A nefarious Coel has arrived, and talking about that Blitzkrieg game, the madman says, it's like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. Germans? And then William McGinnis is like, he's on a roll. Yes, a little Animal House reference there. Dark Souls, the board game, is going to be getting a trio of expansions from Steamforged Games in November. I've got the dope. The character expansion expands your game by introducing 6 new playable classes, each with its own starting equipment, heroic actions, and stat progressions. The expansion includes iconic equipment from the video game that is now usable in the board game. No assembly is needed. All miniatures come pre-assembled and pre-colored. Not pre-painted, just pre-colored. The character's expansion includes 16 unique, highly detailed miniatures, as well as all the cards and boards you need to play. This will carry an MSRP of $50 and will release on November 22nd. Then the second expansion is Vort of the Boreal Valley. As you journey through Lothric, safe passage is rarely to be found, and the route to the undead settlement is no different. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley, Vort, is tasked with standing sentinel over the gates that lead from the undead settlement to the castle of Lothric. Vort exists now only as a savage and mindless beast, his mind long since riven into madness by endless visions of bloodshed and carnage. Will you slay the beast? Or is this where your adventures through Lothric end? Vort of the Boreal Valley introduces a boss encounter with 2 behavior decks, one for his movement and one for his attacks. The expansion features a gigantic, beautiful PVC miniature of Vort, the Boreal Valley, and massive mega boss board where the encounter takes place. Unique level 4 encounters add a whole new element of exploration and level of challenge, leading to the iconic mega boss encounters. This expansion will carry an MSRP of $60 and also arrives on November 22nd. Finally, there's the Dark Root Basin and Iron Keep tile set. Eerie sounds echo through the Dark Root, unsettling to even the bravest of heroes. It's a dangerous place. Hidden adversaries prowl the wooded glades, and even the very plants are hostile to the unwary. Your other destination is no less imposing. The cursed walls of the Iron Keep stand in monument to the folly of man, the treacherous approach only surpassed by the horrors lurking within. Are you really so bold or foolish to venture to such places? Yeah, I would. This tile set is ideal for completing the look and theme of the Darkroot expansion and upcoming Iron Keep expansion. Unkindled, desired new challenges are sure to scoop up this expansion. Which greatly enhances replayability. It will carry an MSRP of $30, and you guessed it, it will hit stores on November 26th. Or 22nd. I'm taking a look at I'm trying to read that. Looking at the scroll going past the teleprompter and glancing down at chat at the same time does not work. Does not work well. Well, so there's a bit of discussion about the Wizards of the Coast My Little Pony magic card set in chat. Personally, I think that's cool. I think it's cool that they're putting something out there that is probably going to have a lot of appeal to people who don't even play Magic. I think that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty sweet. And I'm trying to, there we go. Like, for some reason my speaker was still on. I was like, hey, kid man, Anyway, regarding Dark Souls, the board game, I have not had an opportunity to check this out. I do have to say, the minis do look cool. My concern, and I don't know because I have not seen any of these releases up close, I'm wondering if these plastic miniatures, these PVC miniatures, are soft kind of plastic that bends. I would hope not. The big monster looks like that. That is not. But the smaller, like 32 millimeter minis, could be. So I'm just kind of curious. You know what? I would take a stab because Steamforged does a lot of games with miniatures. I would think they're probably not. I would probably think it's probably stiff plastic. So we've got Jorge Rodriguez has arrived in chat. Cool deal. Got a good chat going tonight. Glad we've got some people hanging out. Yes, and as Nefarious Coel points out, at that price point, they would hope that it is not soft, bendy plastic, which sucks when you're trying to paint them because you have to treat the plastic to stiffen it up, and that's no fun. And it's a big pain in the ass. All right, my next news piece is from Rio Grande because they've got another pretty interesting looking family game. It's about to arrive this month. I've got the dope on The Way of the Bear. long time ago. Should start busting out into American Pie, right? Before Age of Human, there were 4 bear clans who helped the king to reign over Northeast Asia. First of all, I do not believe this game was originally in English. So, either they are trying to kind of like write this as a bear from this bear clan, these bear clans, or it's just not a very good translation. The time has come for the king to decide who will be the heir to the throne. The clans send their princes to the world to acquire all the qualifications to be the next king. They travel from town to town and build sacred bear statues. They inherit knowledge of religion, education, military, and commerce in return. The new journey is about to begin. Who will succeed to the throne? In the new quick-playing strategy game, The Way of the Bear, the players are princes attempting to gain the favor of the 4 bear clans by erecting bear statues throughout the land. During a turn, players decide if they're going to acquire new statues or place them on the board. Placing statues on the board allows them to acquire tokens, which is the goal of the game, but they must be aware of their opponent's plans. The first player to acquire a complete set of knowledge tokens will win the game. The game features amazing components and beautiful art. The bear statues are highly detailed resin models, and the modular game board changes based on the number of players. This game looks great both on the shelf and on the table. The Way of the Bear is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, plays in around 30 minutes, and it will carry an MSRP of $49.95 when it arrives later this month. Yes, Nefarious Coil is like Bear Jitsu. We have Bear Shido from William McGinnis. Nefarious is pointing out the Path of the Sloth and the Route of the Koala. Path of the Sloth is just too damn long. Yes, and too damn slow. I have to say, those little statues look kind of cool. So, and I guess you get a bunch of them. The only reason why I think this is for ages 14 and up is because of those little statues. Once again, it's one of these things where it looks like you got little tokens, things that little kids could swallow. Because that certainly does not look like a game that you have to be 14 or older to figure out how to play. Yes, and Nefarious points out, I only buy stuff that looks good on the shelf. I thought that sounded bizarre too. I was like, looks good on the table and on the shelf. I don't care what my games look like on the shelf. Half the time, I don't really care what they look like on the table either, as long as they're good games. Kabuki Kid has arrived in chat. Good deal. Nefarious asks, so 12-year-old kids can swallow the pieces? Scary thought. I don't know. I have no idea. There are some kids out there who are 10 years old still being breastfed. So, yes, and of course, Nefarious points out Tide Pods. So yeah, anything's possible. You could have 20-year-olds swallowing stuff. So I don't know. Okay, my final news piece. If you ever wanted to give the Delta Green role-playing game a try, then I would have to say this is probably the time to do so, because Arc Dream Publishing has teamed up with Bundle of Holding for 2 bundles that just launched. Here's the dope on the main one. Agent, this resurrected and renamed Delta Green RPG bundle, originally presented in June 2018 as Delta Green Plus 2, is now one of 2 offers in progress featuring Arc Dream Publishing's tabletop role-playing game of modern-day Cthulhu mythos conspiracy horror, Delta Green. In both its pagan publishing version as a Call of Cthulhu campaign setting, which is what I originally had, previously presented in our March 2014 Delta Green Pagan bundle, and in this standalone incarnation, funded in a smash September 2015 Kickstarter campaign, Delta Green's compelling mix of conspiracies, UFOs, intelligence tactics, and Lovecraftian terror have brought it unsurpassed praise. This revised collection once again gives you DRM-free, non-watermarked PDFs of the Delta Green Agent's Handbook and Handler's Guide rulebooks, plus many operations, scenarios, and fiction for an unbelievable bargain price. For just $12.95, you get all 3 titles in the Revived Offers Agent Collection with a retail value of $40, including the Agent's Handbook, plus the Need to Know Quick Start rules and other play aids, and 2 Delta Green fiction collections. Tales from Failed What the hell? Anatomies? I'm not sure what the hell that word is. Anatomies. Anatomies. It's got to be Failed Anatomies, but it looks like it's spelled wrong. I don't know. Okay. So I think it's Tales from Failed Anatomies by Delta Green co-creator Dennis Detweiler, funded partially through his Patreon campaign. And the anthology Extraordinary Renditions with stories by Ken Hite, Gareth Ryder Hanrahan, all the original Delta Green creators, and many more. If you pay more than the offer's threshold price of $25.37, you'll level up and also get this offer's entire Handler collection with 4 more titles worth an additional $65, including the Delta Green Handler's Guide rulebook and Handler's Screen reference charts, the 6 scenario collection A Night at the Opera, featuring the Marx Brothers, of course, and the ready-to-play introductory scenario Haligati. Don't miss all new companion offers that are also in progress with the Delta Green Operations bundle, which includes recent supplements and scenarios. You can score these savings through Bundle of Holding until October 28th, and of course, 10% of your payment after your payment gateway fee will be donated to the Human Rights Watch. Sweet, very cool. Good deal on Delta Green. Get all the goodies for Delta Green, which you will have my review this week. My review video will be up towards the end of this week, maybe Friday. I think I might hang on to it until Friday. So I will give you a clue. I did like it. So, anywho, also, interestingly enough, I believe there was an article about Delta Green in Forbes. It might have just been Forbes.com. Might have been just their website, not the magazine itself. So yes, Nefarious. Yes, it was actually spelt with 2 T's. That's why I was thrown off there. I was like, what is this? So yeah, it's Anatomies, obviously enough. But when looking at it with 2 T's, I'm like, what is that? Huh? What's going on? All right, so that is it for the news tonight. Kind of zipped along through the show. As I like to remind people, when I've got a poll going on Twitter, be sure to go over to the Gaming Gang Twitter page, which is at the Gaming Gang. Pretty simple enough. I have a poll going regarding if I run a role-playing game or not during our Extra Life marathon this year. So I've been bouncing around doing a 4-hour block of our 12-hour marathon, running a role-playing game. Probably the end of it. So anyway, hey, Flaming Heron is popped in as well into chat. Good deal. Just catching the end here. Anyway, I was going to point out, by all means, please head over to the Twitter page and vote. So far, I think there's one person who's voted saying that they don't want any RPGs, just all board games. And then more people have voted saying, yeah, I want to see Jeff, as a game master. I want to see this. I don't know how great it'll be. I'm just pointing that out. But, and then the vast majority of people, I had an option. Excuse me. The option was basically, come on, man, it's for charity. Do whatever you want. So anyway, if you get a chance, please pop over and vote. I want to say I've still got the poll going for a couple more days. So, Flaming Heron asks, so were the other two meaning you'll run one if they get up? No. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Flaming Heron. There's basically three options. Yes, I'd like to see Jeff run a role-playing game. No, I don't want to see any role-playing games, just board games. And the other is, doesn't matter to me. It's for charity. Do it, do whatever ones there are. Those are the three options. All right, before I wrap up, I do want to point out that if you are familiar with the website, with the channel, with this show, my other videos, this is pretty much a not-for-profit endeavor. So if you do like the site, the channel, the show, videos, what have you, please consider making a small donation to Lil Bub's Big Fund and the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Lil Bub's Big Fund does provide grant monies to organizations around the United States who care for special needs animals who are awaiting adoption. Yes, these animals are finding their forever homes. And as someone who has adopted many shelter pets, although I have to admit they were not special needs pets, I can tell you that these animals will repay whatever love you give them. They'll pay you back tenfold, hundredfold, maybe even 1,000. So, as I always like to point out, he's considered, even if you toss $1 or two, that's all cool. That's very, very cool. And I'm just a sucker for pets. What can I say? For animals. But I also want to mention that if you do decide to make a small donation, be sure to shoot me an email. The email address is right down there in the corner. It's jeffmcaleer@thegaminggang.com. And if you'd like, I'll be more than happy to give you a shout out on the following show. Let's see what we got cooking here in chat before I wrap up. So, Kabuki Kids are like, yeah, RPG sounds cool. Yes, I'm going to run Steve Jackson stuff because they send me so much stuff. Says Nefarious. Yes. You know what? I can't run any Steve Jackson stuff because they send me so much stuff. I can't decide what I would possibly run. Steve Jackson doesn't do that much RPG stuff anymore. Real. I mean, yeah, they do GURPS. But they've kind of backed off after the Dungeon Fantasy. Isn't that what it was called? Dungeon Fantasy? After that whole fiasco. They lost a ton of money on that. So Flaming Heron says, voted for me to run one, but assumed I'd run an RPG if I'm wanting to run one, unless 100% of people didn't want you to run one. No, I mean, honestly, if more people said no than yes, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I would not even counting the ones that are like, yeah, it's for charity. Do whatever you want to do. No. If more people said no RPGs, just board games, man, then I wouldn't do it. All right, so that is it for tonight's show. As I always like to point out, when you are not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit gaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. By now you know the drill. Get your geek on at gaminggang.com. Of course, if you like this video, please give it a quick thumbs up. If you check out some of the videos on the Gaming Gang channel and you like them, by all means, please subscribe. And if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only inform you when the stream goes live, it will also inform you when I upload new videos, such as my unboxings, my page throughs, and my reviews. So everybody who watched live in chat, we had a good chat going. Had quite a few people in tonight. So everybody who joined me in chat, thank you very much for hanging out on a Tuesday night, keeping me company. So I'm not just staring into a camera, just talking into a lens. Actually, no, there's at least one or two human beings out there watching. So anyway, thank you very much for watching if live, and of course, if you watch after the fact on Memorex or what have you, I appreciate that as well. Thank you very much. So everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. I will be back tomorrow. So until then, happy trails. Zabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-boo. Zubba-dubba-dubba-dubba-boo. Zibba-dubba-dubba-dubba-boo. Hey, hi. I didn't realize that you were still here. You must be sitting waiting for YouTube and its infinite wisdom to actually autoplay you your next video. Well, if that happens to be the case, I only have 20 seconds for me to be able to provide all this info to you, so get ready. If you'd like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang, click right here. Or if you'd like to check out the latest episode of The Daily Dope, click right here. Or if you'd like to check out a randomly selected video, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thanks for watching.